What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hey, Brad, that was for you, my friend. Today's show is sponsored by Aquanet. I'll tell you why I put up Aquanet really quick, man. Everybody knows B-Rad is my boy, man. He got that mohawk, man, and the only way to keep that mohawk up is with Aquanet, if you get my drift, right? Hey, welcome, everybody, man. This is kind of an odd day for me. I don't normally go on Tuesdays, but man, I got a special treat for you guys today. I got a phone call last night from Brooks WALDROP, and everybody, he's getting so many questions and about this. About the RCDRL race, the SUPERNATs happening in Dallas, Texas. Man, it's T-minus about 3 weeks, October 6th through the 8th. If you guys are not packing your bags, why not? This track is on fire. If you haven't seen it on the lives, man, MERC has his track dialed in. I'm going to get these guys on here in just a minute. And what I'm going to do today, I'm actually going to let those guys have the floor today, man. I'm going to bow out after I get them on and get them all pumped up and let them do their thing. So without further ado, here they come. I got Brooks WALDROP coming in hot right along with Mr. MERC is coming right now, man. These guys are crazy. 3 crazy guys. 2 crazy guys. I'm going to put myself at the bottom. What's up, boys? Oh, man, I got it still muted. Sorry, I had you muted, guys. What are you doing, MERC? You're in your car? Brooks, where are you at?
I'm at home working on the RC car like always.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm over at Traders Village right now, broadcasting, coming to you guys from Traders Village, right outside the amusement park. A lot of you guys know of the strip at Traders Village that we installed in 2022. But man, this place behind me just installed a full-blown amusement park. They got roller coasters. They got all kind of things that I have no interest in getting on.
Right? You sound like me, bro. I will not. I'm sharing this here really quick. That's cool. Now, what is Traders Village? Like is it an amusement park?
It just became part amusement park, but Traders Village is actually like a glorified swap meet on steroids. They have over 3,500 vendors.
Okay.
You can spend literally a weekend there going down aisle by aisle, and we're just we leased out their far west end of their parking lot, so that's where the RCDRL came in at.
Okay, sweet, awesome. Well, listen, man, I today it's all about you guys today. I apologize, I'm still working today. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn these 2 loose. MERC, if you don't mind, send me a text message when you guys are about ready to wrap it up. I'll come back in and we'll finish the show. But unfortunately, guys, I got some emails and some phone calls to make. I apologize, but I do have a real job.
Sure you do.
Yeah, I know. All right, guys. Over right now, man. Have some fun, guys.
Great, thanks, Billy.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah,
guys.
well, yeah. So me and MERC been talking quite a bit. As you guys know, I'll let MERC go through the logistics. But on the no prep side here, locally we got the prep track, and a gentleman named Jeremy Miller, with his son Kobe, got me out there. Him and Jared Mills, and I've been hooked. So been hit with a lot of questions from all the no prep scene guys, and we wanted to come on and let y'all know kind of how it's going to work. Don't be afraid to come out here. It ain't a whole lot different. It's a great time. The track surface is getting better and better. Like MERC said, it was 2022, so it's kind of getting seasoned well, like a good cast iron skillet. So I'll let MERC take over here and kind of talk about the logistics, the schedule, the things that are going on coming up.
Hey, Brooks, hold on. We've lost him. I lost him.
Oh, we lost him.
Give me just a second, man. I'm trying to get him back now.
All right.
Hey, this is what you call technical difficulties.
I know while you're trying, I can go through a few things, I guess.
Yeah. Let's go. You know what? I'm with you. I'm with you till MERC gets back.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, Billy, like we said, this year I couldn't travel a whole lot. New job. I don't want to be that guy. I love this job. Best place I've ever been. So luckily I have this close by. So all my Team Reckless guys, Team Super guys, and, JFAB, GFRP, everybody's asking questions. So pro mods, right, Billy? You're talking about pro mods.
Yeah, man. Let's go, baby. Foam tire.
Yeah, so I don't have one yet, but Jay got the GFRP pro mod. He was out testing a little bit. Okay. The foam tire is fun at RCDRL. So you've got Top Fuel 3S rails, Top Alcohol 2S rails, Pro Mod 2S. These guys are running 4-poles in them now like we are. So that's a lot of fun, you know. But the main questions that I've had from our guys in the no prep community are, you know, how many cars are running, what's available. You know, we generally, RCDRL is a 16-car field for Pro Street Outlaw. But here for the Super Nationals, everyone comes in from Florida, Puerto Rico, all these tracks, and we want everyone to be able to race. So I believe what MERC did in Florida was it's double entry. I think, MERC, you were trying to do 64 cars, but I think 32 showed up. We don't want people thinking that they're going to travel all this way and they're not going to get to race, right, MERC?
Yeah, can you guys hear me now? I apologize about that. I don't know what happened. So,
Yeah, man, you're live. You're good.
okay, awesome. Thank you, Billy, for getting me back in here. And I don't know what I missed, but yes, you're absolutely right. We want guys to race. At the same time, you know, there's this thing about competition. You know what I mean? And we're going to make it a whole lot better, I guess. A proper word. Now I'm over by the track. Maybe it was my location. But what we're going to do is have up to 264 car field. That's 128 slots. I'm sure anybody that is willing to travel to the Super Nationals can qualify in 128 car field. Just because you qualify for one bracket doesn't necessarily mean you'll qualify for the other one, and so on. And there's something else that I wanted to float around is that, you know, drag track goes up to 4 rounds of qualifying. Now, I'm not really interested in 4 rounds of qualifying, but I think we need to table the discussion of, you know, part of that Friday is not lost in just testing, that maybe we can throw a first round of qualifying in there. And for those that can't make it, just like the big guys, they simply lost that on Saturday, and we do our normal 2 rounds of qualifying on but hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Okay, awesome. Let me so I made some notes. I think this this conversation and this interview is definitely warranted and needed and is very important. So I want to kick things off with something, and that is one of the guys that truly make a difference on our divisional level. Today's his birthday. I want to give a big shout out to DJ Duncan Jones, brother. Happy birthday to you, man.
Yeah, Duncan. Yeah,
he's a good guy, man. Great guy. He helps. Sometimes I just help. He helps me stay within parameters. You know what I mean? Because I can go left or right real quick. So,
yeah.
You know, and you got to be sometimes in this sport. But you know, to Joel Shipman, Tessa, Jerry Hicks, Willie, you know, our setup teardown crew, our stat girls, or stat girl, thank you so much. You know, and I heard Jerry Lumar is coming out for the Super Nationals, so I'm really excited about that. Give me a little bit of a break on the microphone and allow me to expand and move around a little bit. We're trying to lock down tech as we speak right now, but big shout out to Summit Racing Equipment for coming in as a title sponsor. You know, I know we're a little behind and we're a little late on all the sponsorships. I apologize about that, and I want to thank all of the sponsors that are coming on board. But let's get to the meat of things. I don't know if you heard me earlier when I said we were talking about Traders Village, 3,500 vendors. It's like a swap meet and all that kind of stuff. It's here on the same grounds. We're over on the west side. This is how the picture is going to look for the U.S. Super Nationals, sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment. Thursday, you know, approximately 3 o'clock. You know, we're not gonna ding anybody for if you show up before. You know what it is? We're gonna post times, like hard times, a little bit later. I got to get with my guys about parking. Certain spots will be assigned parking. There's going to be, you know, double rows and stuff like this, and it's necessary. It's necessary because our safety safari, our track help, needs to be in certain locations on the track. Also, we have our sponsors and vendors that are coming. They need to be in particular spots. So no offense to anyone.
from our local group that is normally always here. We have our setup team that has to be in a certain spot. They're called the Old Farts Racing Crew.
Yep.
They're part of that. And then there are, like I said, vendor spots as well. Just like at the Gator RC Nationals, they're the setup on Thursday, test and tune on Friday, along with the shootout and what have you. So this is how it's looking right now. Thursday, 3 p.m. starts the parking and the setup. At 6 p.m., we're going to still be parking, but by that time, things will be dieseling kind of on its own. The pattern will be already painted, the picture will be already painted, and people will just be coming in. But from about 6 to 8, we're going to have a meet and greet under the summit tent. That's where you can come over, meet and greet your competition, see old friends. Man, it's one of my favorite times of the Super Nationals.
So that's 6 to 8 on Thursday night.
6 to 8 Thursday night. I mean, it's going to be a party every night. You know what I mean? Right. It's going to be a party. But just, yes, that's where the meet and greet happens at. No racing on Thursday whatsoever. I'll get with my guys I'm sure you'll be able to walk the track. We just don't want any rollerblades or any skateboards or anything like that on the track. This is a purpose-built track. So it's like covenant ground out there, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so registration will also take place on Thursday to get that over with. The way we register, it involves computers and all that kind of stuff. We don't just, take your money and give you a ticket. We have to input your name, and if you're not an RCDRL member, you don't have to be. Just that RCDRL members will get a slight discount. And their name is already in the computer, so there's going to be a fast track line, let's just say. So we have to get you in the system. You'll get a permanent number. Now listen, if you've ever been to any RCDR race, I don't care if it was in 2013, 14, 15, like when we first started. I think Drag Track was born in 2015. So if you were at any RCDR race in 2015, you already have an RCDRL drag track number, right? So you don't have to get a new one. So just let us know, hey, I might be in your system. Very important, because we want to keep all of your data under your original registered number. Very important that we keep that there. So that's Thursday. That's kind of the brief on Thursday. Is mainly pit parking, and then we're going to have a laid back, meet and greet, possibly some food, some beverages, things of that nature there. On Friday, 8 a.m.
So, Merc, real quick question.
Go ahead. Cut me off at any point. Yeah.
So if a lot of guys traveling can't make it Thursday, they can still register on Friday, correct?
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing on here. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
registration will kick off on Friday at around 8 o'clock. I'm going to try to get that open a little earlier, but realistically, 8 o'clock registration.
8 a.m., right?
8 a.m., correct.
You got to tell the no prep guys a.m. because we're used to really late stuff.
Oh, got you. Yeah, so that's 3 p.m., not 3 a.m. on the parking. But yeah, meet and greet is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Registration kind of all within that. And then Friday, 8 a.m. registration. 9 a.m., really important time there, because that's when Test and Tune officially kicks off at the U.S. Super Nationals. So at 9 a.m., that will go till about 3 p.m. We don't put necessarily hardcore times on there just yet, because we need to look at the totality of the registration numbers. And then, but it's going to be around there where we do a hard stop, and we will be prepping the track and monitoring the track throughout the day for all of those that don't think we're going to spray the track one time. That doesn't happen. But then we're going to give the track a good look. We're going to do, for the first time ever at any of our big events, is a bracket shootout. We always do instant green. Well, this time we're going to still do instant green. For those that love the instant green, but we're going to do a bracket shootout. So this way, in the later rounds, we're not also waiting for those quarterfinalists, semifinalists, and finalists to then turn their cards around. There's nothing going on. So this way, it's going to be, either one will start it off. Whoever, doesn't really matter to me, will kick it off, and then the next class, and then we go back to the other one, until we get down. Will
So
there
when
be?
you're talking about that, MERC, you talking about the actual bracket classes, the dial-in classes?
Yes, we're going to do a bracket cash shootout Friday. You know how the CBRA, the cash bracket, cash money bracket racing. Goodness gracious. It took me a long time to get RCDRL. So cash money bracket racing guys do a phenomenal job out here. Again, Joel and Duncan. And we're going to give folks a taste of that, and and we're really wanting our local guys to see what it's all about. And they throw some money up.
Let me explain to the guys in this community on Billy's platform here. Everybody, most people, I assume, know what bracket racing is. If you don't, it's a dial-in. You pick a number, you make your car run that number. You cannot run any faster. That's called breaking out. You will break out and lose if you run faster. Let's say I dial a 160. I can run 160 or higher, and whoever's closest to their dial-in, if the guy's running 250 next to me, he gets a big head start by about a second, and then I got to run him down. So I've had a lot of fun doing that. So just to interject there for a second, if you got friends that are traveling with you, kids, anything, this is not like one of our huge 250 entry outlaw races. Yes, outlaws there, but if you have a 10th scale drag slash, low C, anything, these kids can enter and bracket race, and that's the beauty of RCDRL. This is a feeding ground for the young people and people that might not have the funds to build a very expensive rail or outlaw car. This is how you get into it. So this is what Mike's talking about, having a bracket shootout for a cash prize, and that's Friday night, right, MERC?
Absolutely. And yes, Brooks, feel free to jump in at any point. I can get on a roll, and I assume, because I've been doing this for 10 years, that everyone knows everything. Absolutely. So yes, thank you for cutting me off.
We'll bounce off each other, buddy. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So that is Friday. Will test and tune happen during that? I would like to think so, that there will be some form of testing and tuning, but again, I'm going to say more yes than no, meaning while these two races are going on, can the guys still test and tune in between those rounds? Most likely, but it's going to be spotty, like 10 minutes, and then those guys are coming back out. Right. 15 minutes at the max, those guys are coming back out. So it's going to be spotty. We want to keep folks on the track as much as possible. That's the goal. That's the goal this weekend. Now, of course, once official racing starts, that all changes, right? And that is on Saturday. So there's still going to be a dynamic, and we did it at the Gators as well, that not everyone can make it on the weekend, especially those that, simply have to work Monday through Friday. So we're going to allow, and it's not fair to only allow those people track time. We're going to allow everybody a very short 2-hour window on Saturday morning for testing. And then
so that's what, just so you know, MERC, at these big races, that's what we're used to. It's the same thing. So Fridays are usually tough for me to get in at these bigger no prep races. You have, like you're given, 4 to 6 hours, but the morning of the race, it's 2 hours and it's cut off. And so, MERC, at our races, you got to stand in line for 45 minutes to make one hit. You're lucky to get 3 hits in that 2 hours. So, guys, this is going to be a little easier for you. You're going to be able to get the time in if you can't get into early Saturday morning. And if you can't and you're in my no prep world, come talk to me. I'll show you what you need to do to run the number.
There you go. Perfect, man. Yeah, and there's quite a few no prep guys, that have frequent the RCDRL, that, knows how to get past that first, 10 feet. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest change. So going into Saturday, and we're still registering people on Saturday. Okay, that's just traditional. Our multi-day events. We're still
registering. You're just trying to get ahead. Start Thursday, keep going that way. You're not loaded up. Gotcha. Absolutely.
The last thing we want to do is take track time from the racers. So yeah, pre-registration's Thursday and so on. And those that are part of the RCDRL active members, you could pre-register as early as now. You know what I mean? It's open for pre-registration. The classes, I wouldn't recommend it yet, guys, just because there's some classes that may or may not make the cut and things of that nature. But give it 7 days before, or maybe even 10 to 14 days before. And we're getting close to that number now.
So the website for that, guys, is dragtrack, no K, DRAGTRAC.com, dragtracknok.com. And that's where you can go check it out. Hit event, go to Texas, hit events, and you'll see it in the scroll down there.
I've got some questions for you guys.
Yeah,
shoot.
All right, we got some questions over on YouTube. Daniel Volt says, will there be a pre-registration if I'm coming on Saturday?
Go ahead, Merc.
So pre-registration on Saturday, meaning, I wouldn't consider it pre-registration. It'll just be registration. You show up as long as, so how this works is, guys, as long as you show up before final qualifying, you're good. You're in. You're just going to, possibly lose some qualifying rounds. But if you show up Saturday morning, you'll get your 2 qualifying rounds. You'll be able to register with no problem. So great question.
That, Billy, for those guys, to answer that, unless you're an active RCDRL member, you cannot click and pre-register on DragTrack. You actually, when you show up for the first time, you'll be entered into the system. So you're just going to have to show up and register at the track.
Okay. All right. That comes from Daniel Volt over on YouTube. And then Jared75 says, what about racers with trailers?
There you go, Murph.
I know nothing, guys. Sorry.
No.
This is good. This is what
plenty of parking out here. We're also going to have, guys, we'll have security out here. This place is really secure. So yes, you can have your trailers out here. I still recommend you put away your high expensive stuff. I mean, there's people jump fences and stuff like that. So lock your stuff up at night, but you can leave your tables, your chairs, fans, things of that nature.
It's gated and locked, guys.
It is gated and locked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but still use, general common sense, right? In that. So yes, you can bring your trailers. It's free to stay overnight,
$5 parking fee when you come in. That's it. $5.
Right. There's a $5, and that's not per person. Let me make that perfectly clear. It's per car. So you can have 6 people in one vehicle. It's $5, or you can have 6 cars.
You'll be good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I hear
Go
you
ahead,
guys
shoot.
right? So Thursday is kind of a get-together?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just found out today. I'm going to be at IMDRA the weekend before your race, and then I'm flying from IMDRA up to New York to go look at a track up there in Woodbourne, New York, and then from there I'm flying to Dallas. I'm not even going to go home, so I land in Dallas on Thursday. So I'll be able to hang out with you guys.
Excellent.
All right, cool, excellent. No, that's perfect.
I just found that my wife just told me, you're not going home from New York, you're going to Dallas.
Sorry, you can't come home.
Sorry, okay, we're gone.
Yes, indeed. Any other questions online? I love questions, by the way, for those that are on here or those that are going to see this later. Man, throw your questions in the comment section, because I think it's needed and necessary. Communication.
Did you say it's still instant green?
So yeah, Friday night, the shootout, we're going to have both instant green, which is the pro street outlaw, which is the street outlaw, which is the street eliminator outlaw, however you want to call it. That will happen on Friday as a sideshow of the weekend. It's a separate event. They're going to race on Friday night, and they're going to race, of course, the Saturday, Sunday main event.
Nice.
And to win at the Super Nationals, it it's saying something about your racing program. I cannot stress that enough. To win at the Super is, it's become a really prestigious event, guys. I'm not saying it because I'm the promoter of it. I'm talk to anyone that has raced at the Supers, and to win at the Supers, you're racing the best of the best.
Yeah.
And
nice.
so, there'll be cash prizes for all classes, yes, but to go home with that leather award plaque, it says something. So much so that I'm still looking for one myself.
Out here, guys, our local race, it's not a huge purse when we do it locally with a small amount. It's more about the recognition, chasing points, trying to win a championship, getting a nice plaque for it. It's and really just competing. It's more of a family atmosphere. And like I said, keep in mind, there are tons of classes of bracket racing. So let your friends and family bring their 10th scale drag slashes, anything else out. And there's a class for them to run. This isn't where you show up and got to watch all the guys sit there prepping their tires and, trying to go 1.5s. Everybody has a place to race out here to get your family involved and get moving out here. So, and if you just want to check it out, come see it. There's room for everybody.
I can't wait, man.
Absolutely.
It's going to be good. I got a question from a guy by the name of Brad WALDROP. He said, will you be spraying Aquanet on the track to make it sticky?
Hey, I told Brad WALDROP when we had a chassis dyno at a performance shop when I was young, we sprayed Aquanet on the tires of the hot rods when they were spinning on the rollers, and it worked.
Really?
Yeah, it worked.
Hey, listen, I gotta mess with him. His question is, are we splitting the lanes?
That was my next subject. Yes, we are to a certain extent. We're going to leave the center for the foam tire Colford guys. And I discovered something at the last Florida race. There was pros and cons to it, mostly pros. I had zero complaints. Which I was expecting some constructive criticism feedback, but I had my own, in which the dry tire guys, because we split the lanes, 50% for foam tire and Colford users and 50% for the Pro Street guys with the get stuck and all this kind of stuff. Those guys were getting stuck in these slower bracket cars. So there is something uniquely that we're going to have to do about that. We're going to have some space for the dry tire guys somewhere. And I'm going to work with Brooks and AD and some of these Pro Street guys like Brad. We're going to on a local level, we're going to make it workable for everyone, because I know like Top Fuel, Pro Mod, Top Alcohol, Dragster, we really absolutely need to be dead center. Those missiles, they launch so hard. Don't get me wrong. Pro Street, Outlaw, you guys are super fast as well. You guys are right there. But when you're running, 110s, 120s, I went 130 with the zero in my Top Alcohol car. Big plug to AD, my crew chief. You just need to be dead center. So, and don't get me wrong, once you launch, sure, you're going to be crossing over different folks' stuff, but that's getting you out of the hole. It's getting you out there 6 to 10 feet out there before you experience any type of turbulence, and your car should be already tracking by then.
Yeah, so let me interject on that. So here locally, the center, like you said, the foam tire guys have always gone there. Our local group complained a little bit last year, but the track was green. These tracks take a while to come around. Billy, so this is asphalt. Yeah. And it is steamrolled perfectly flat. When we run no prep, Billy, you got aggregate. You've got some bumps. You've got something to grab. This track does not. It is steamrolled. It has to be sprayed a little bit or it's like glass. But the foam tire guys are in the middle. And what we found, Brad, everybody was in New Mexico. I stayed back to race. Joel Shipman did an amazing job of keeping the track where we need it. But now the dry tire guys were spinning hexes in a drag slash. So I see the problem with them as well. I had a gentleman come over and go, look at this. A stock VXL drag slash spun the hex. So I'm thinking, MERC, dead center, we just kind of shrink it up a little bit. One side for our prep, one spot for the foam tire, one spot for the dry tire, We have to make it fair for everyone. And
right.
I've run so many passes out there, guys. As long as the track is prepped properly for each of us, like Joel spraying our side more, the dry tire none, and I don't know what the foam tire guys need, but do whatever you have to in the middle. I'm not a foam tire guy. You can go down right side or left side on this track. You don't need to be dead center. I do it all the time.
Yeah, dry tire needs sprayed. So does the foam guys. They need equal spray. They need consistency. So I'm a foam guy and a dry tire guy. We just need consistency. You know what I mean? You know, do what you need to do, because we're gonna. And this is something I to do. Don't get on the sprayer, or don't get on the track managers. It's your program. You have to come to the track, and you know that. And a lot of drag racers already know that. But Joel, let me tell you something about Joel, guys. Joel Shipman, this guy took it upon himself to go and study the art of track prep and preparation, the differences and the different, you know, the chemistry behind it. He did his research, extensive research on the history of it, what ambient temperatures, what happens when this happens, then he sat down with me and, you know, talked to me about this. And listen, when the RCDRL was first born in 2013, I did somewhat the same thing hands-on at Texas Raceway in Cannondale, Texas, where I got with Dave, the track owner, and Cindy, and we went through the same process. But I feel like he took it even a step further, because he took my knowledge that I gave him, and then he took it far. So then all of a sudden, I'm hearing guys like Brooks and different guys saying, man, this track is just so consistent, and it's staying. Well, that's where it comes down to. So,
for all the guys who were in New Mexico that week, I'm telling you, it was better the week before than y'all all went to New Mexico. When I was there, when y'all were in New Mexico, I'm not kidding you, the same tune ran the same number all night long. All night. It was the most consistent, and it's because of Mr. Shipman putting in so much research and just keeping it consistent all night, you know, and I really commend them for that. That was kind of, you know, and for bracket racing, that's super important, right, Mike? I mean, that track's got to stay the same way. So,
yeah, consistency is key there, with a little bit of luck and what have you. But yeah, key is that right there. So wanted to touch on that. But any other questions? Or
so really going back to overview, right? So Thursday, you said around 3 o'clock, you know, people can start parking. What was it, around 6 o'clock or so? It was kind of a meet and greet. 6 to 8, you said?
6 to 8, correct, approximately. You know, obviously it's going to spill over.
No racing on Thursday night, guys. Friday morning, 8 a.m., testing will start at 9, but we can come in at 8 a.m., you said, right?
Correct. Yeah. So that means parking between 6:30, 7 a.m., whatever time you guys want to get here. You know, but yeah, track should be track should be hot by 7:30. So we're giving ourselves a little bit of a cushion. It'll be already set up. So, you know, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Trying to test till about 3. It just depends on the crowd, right? And we just keep going from there. A little bit of exhibition racing that night, and then bright and early again Saturday, guys. Get back, and first thing you do when you come there, get your stuff set up. Go up to the table and go ahead and register. Don't stand around for an hour and a half and then go register. When he says you can come to the table, let's get up there, get registered, get in the system. Very important for drag track.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real important to get you guys in there. We really don't want anyone going down the track until you're registered. I do have some questions. There got some folks out there that want to just do Friday, and they're asking me how much it's going to cost and things of that nature. We haven't looked at that yet. We want you guys to come out and race. I'll get back to those on that. You know, there's some pros and cons to that as well. So with this race also, guys, we're not doing, you know, quarter scale, fifth scale, things of that nature. I think the highest voltage is the 3-cell top fuel dragsters. And a lot of that has to do with just the integrity of the track and the race surface itself. I've had some of those questions as well. You know, at this particular race, no quarter, no fifth scale are going to go down the track. So let's complete the weekend, and then we will recap and look for questions. So on Saturday, we have that short 2 hours of test and tune. Then we go into our national anthem and official qualifying. Generally, we do the national anthem right before eliminations at our divisionals, but because we're going to start eliminations in kind of an awkward way, and I say that because in Florida it worked. All the foam tire guys parked until Sunday, and it was pretty cool because on Sunday they're coming off the trailer blind, or with the knowledge of Friday and Saturday, and it gave a bit of prestige, but a lot of nervousness, on the starting line and in the pit areas. They didn't know what was going to happen. They're hoping that they got the same track as that they got the day before, and blah, blah, blah. It was great. So I look to, possibly bring that back. That information will come out a little bit later. But what we did on Saturday, because of the numbers, again, when everybody is registered, we made an executive decision. We pivoted. Instead of having everybody do first round eliminations on Saturday to cut the field in half on Sunday, we went 2 and 3 rounds on Saturday. Yeah. Because, and at this track, it's our track. We have lights, arguably, and I'm not, don't take this snippet out, but arguably we could probably finish on Saturday. But we don't want to do that because we have award ceremonies. We have, we don't want to wear out our volunteers and our people that are working the event either. So, but will we put some of those, if there's any 6-rounders or, 5-rounders, we need to get everything down to 4 rounds or less for Sunday. Real important that we do that. And that way we can have all of our finals around the exact same time. Young Gunners, of course, will finish on Saturday, and we're going to completely rerun the Young Gunners on Sunday as a separate event because we want to keep the kids busy on the track. So they will actually run their first and second and third and fourth rounds in between our first rounds on Saturday. So there'll be a Saturday champion and a Sunday champion.
Merc, I'm sitting here thinking, this will be great, and we'll get through the weekend. I think over the next day or so, I'll make a post about all the classes. So if you want to look yourself, go to dragtrack.com, okay, go to class info, and like you said, no 7th scale, none of that. I'll screenshot the different classes that are running at the Super Nationals, and I'll post them so that you can see, hey, my 12-year-old can bring this car and run bracket. I know a lot of guys might be new, so I'll get that information posted up so that you can see the rules for each class and what they run.
That's great. On Drag Track, just to clarify, on Drag Track, the information is a little aged on Drag Track. Yes. What we need to do is take the current 2023 version 1.4 rule book and
perfect.
And take snippets of that. So we'll work together in the background, over the next couple of days.
You sent that to me. I appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And that way, I need to get with Scott and refresh the information on Drag Tracks because it's a static page that was probably created in 2000, maybe 17, 18, or even sooner. So a lot of that information doesn't apply anymore. Some of the rules have changed as well.
No, good point. I'll just post it right off the updated rule book. That's a very good point. So, man, I think this has been a great overview. I really do. There'll be more questions. We'll read the comments. We'll go through things. I can tell you, me and Aquanet, Brad WALDROP, are super excited. We've been excited for months to have this locally. So thank you, Mike Mercandale and all the guys behind the scenes with RCDRL, Duncan Jones, Joel Shipman. I mean, I could name them off and off, but there's a group of guys that make this happen, and I could not be more grateful to have this locally. Just had to get it out of my head that it was a prep track. It's racing, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you for everything you do, and we'll watch questions and answer them as we go,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And listen, thank you for that. And you guys are absolutely welcome. You know, it was a dream of mine long time ago to do something like this. And this event, you know, it was always a dream to race in Florida. We got the Gators out there. You know, we had the Cajun Nationals in Louisiana. And, you know, now we have, well, this is, you know, the U.S. Super Nationals has been around since, gosh, since 2013 or 14, you
Yeah.
know, or so. So it's just growing big. And like I said, big shout out to all of our sponsors, our lane sponsors, RC Speed Secrets, you know, Drag Race Concepts, um, Hobbytown USA, Five Star Hobbies, Mitch Vaughn with the Young Gunners. You know, the list is starting to grow. We appreciate all of our class sponsors, our event sponsors, of course, Summit Racing Equipment, Arlington, Texas. Big shout out to you guys as well.
Well, and I
And
want to say to Billy Shaw, thank you, buddy. Thank you, because having your platform, you know, we can share and paste to every page we can, no prep wise, but having your platform really gets the word out for us, and we are very
much
grateful
quicker.
for that, Billy.
The only
Yes.
way that the only way you can thank me is get me some sand drag racing, baby.
You know, there's a little spot over in the, you know what I'm talking about. I'm looking.
Hey,
We can do some
get the 5-star
exhibition.
car out of your car, and I'll
You know
get
what,
Super
man?
to get you some stuff.
You know, Brooks, I'm. Listen, man. You know, I think Mike knows, man. When Foster and I were in the Gators, we had such a good time. And you know,
Yeah.
the crazy part about your the program that you guys put together, there's no downtime. You know what I mean? I'm just boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's just go, 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 go.
I still remember that when you came on Sunday and you got on there. You said when they said they're starting at this time, there's, you know, and you were running around.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we go too much further, guys, GFRP is your Friday night shootout sponsor. Big shout out to GFRP, the entire racing team. We're looking forward to once again breaking bread and rubbing elbows with you guys as
Yeah.
well. I didn't want to leave those guys out.
Yep.
You know, as the sponsor list grows. So, but
Dustin
yeah, man.
Rutherford, everybody. Yep.
Yes, Dustin.
Dustin, Mr. Soccer. I know you don't
Big
know what that
time.
means.
Yeah. I see the his Facebook profile picture.
Okay,
He's
all
up
right.
there with
He's
the
a soccer
entire
coach, and
team. It confused me at first, but I was like, wait a minute, I'm looking for a Dustin Malika. Where? And then, you know, sure enough, there he is. So, oh yeah,
he's busy this time of year, man. He's crazy with that soccer league.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
it is.
I
So,
love it, man. You know,
any
I'll
other
be honest
questions
with you
that are
guys.
popping up?
I've been watching. I'll be honest with you guys. I was behind the scenes here looking for questions. Not a whole lot. I think everybody gets. I think everybody gets it at the end of the day. You know, get there, register. If you have any problems, I already see. I know Team Reckless. I just saw Supa chime in there, Brooks.
Okay.
Just if you guys need any help, just ask. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Both these
Yeah.
guys are knowledgeable as all. I mean, to no end. These guys are awesome. So just
Super
ask
says
ask
the
what you want to
team.
know, man.
Yeah.
Like I
And as
said,
far as the price goes, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. I'm just saying, I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Awesome. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
Say
didn't
guys.
about the
talk about
price.
price, Merc. That's a
Yep.
good point.
Yeah. So the cost of the supers. Sorry, I was going to say Gators. It's going to be pretty much on the model of the Gators. The prices that are currently in there right now is going to be moved around a little bit. It's going to actually come down, I think, a little bit because it worked, right? It worked at the Gators. We're able to take care of everything. I think right now it's $40 a class. I think it's going to be $30. But the Pro Street class, there was always a premium on Pro Street because the payout is higher. Okay, so it's good. So Pro Street Outlaw, and only Pro Street Outlaw, is $50 per entry. You guys are more than used to that. And everything else, other than Young Gunners, there's a track fee, but there is no class fee. Young Gunners is still sponsored. And this one goes to Mitch Vaughn of Greenville, Texas. I hope you're watching, Mitch, and hope you continue to beat the odds and get better, sir. But the rest of the classes, and I'm gonna be 100% sure probably by Monday, it's gonna be in that $30 range. I know right now, if you guys have tried to pre-register, it's at 40, but I think that's coming down.
Nice.
We're just waiting on a few more things, but that's it. You know, it's $50 per entry for Pro Street Outlaw, double entry if you like, and it's gonna be basically 2 car fields. Yes, you have to qualify. And if we find a need for it, sure, we can kick off qualifying on Friday with the first round and then 2 rounds on Saturday, but we can't promise anyone that yet.
Sweet.
All
What
right.
else, man? What else you guys got? Is that it, man? We've only been going for 45 minutes, man. I can do this with my head, standing on my head.
Oh man.
I'm kidding with you guys.
No. Short and sweet is good. Short and sweet is good, but
no, you're fine.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else myself before I get off, and then I go, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that, but that's pretty much it.
I think we've covered it pretty well.
Yep.
We'll be seeing questions as we go. Y'all look out. If you're not friends with me, friend me. I'll be posting more information, and I'm sure y'all know I post to about 18, 20 different no prep pages whenever I put something up, because I want y'all, whatever platform you are on, to get the answers you need and spread the word for this place. So
cool.
we appreciate everything. We really do.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
come on out and have a good time. As Billy says,
Awesome.
pack your bags. He's coming to Dallas.
Pack your bags,
That's
baby.
That's it.
Got a lot
So
going
yeah.
on. It's crazy these days.
Oh yeah. So I want to just thank everyone for coming out in advance. Thank Billy, thank you, Brooks, for coming on here, and for hey guys, if I need to be poked, poke me. Because like Billy and everyone, very busy as this thing gets closer. My family doesn't even like me because it completely absorbs me, and it's just it is what it is, man. And so they know to just we're gonna leave Dad alone for those final 2 weeks before the Supers. So it's been a tradition.
You know what I find that works well with when the ladies are upset? Just buy some Aquanet, bro. Just Aquanet them up, and they'll be good to go.
You want to get me shot? I live on a ranch or on a farm, man. Oh,
Listen,
man.
I am never, ever gonna let Brad live that down, man. I don't even know where that came from that day. I'll tell you guys a quick story. Well, I already told you the story at the beginning, but Brad, I'm never. Hey, your name is no longer B-Rad. It's Aquanet.
Man.
So
guys, Brad, you're going to have to get a new shirt made, dude.
Yeah. So, guys, check it out. October 6th, 7th, and 8th. RCDRL Super Nationals, Dallas, Texas. Pack your bags. If not, pack your your headphones, and listen and watch the race. It's going to be bad to the bone, man. I'm ready to go. I'm going to be by myself solo on this one, but we'll get it done, and it's going to be fun, man.
Yep.
You just said something there. You guys, pack your FM radio. So I'm glad he said something about packing, because your cell phones will not work. We have an air antenna, and that's why it won't work, guys. An air antenna. Go to Walmart, go to Amazon, get a cheap radio. We've been testing it. It works fine now. We had to replace some parts in it. 87.9 on your FM dial, RCDRL. Now, that'll be broadcasting from our booth area here. It's for the racers. Of course, Billy, you want to make sure that you have your iPad, your laptop, your cell phone plugged into his commentating as well.
Well, if you do, check it out. I'll be coming in with some voodoo stuff. And if you guys know, in the past, I always say, if you're listening out there, come on up, and I give you free hats, for all kinds of free stuff. So I'm going to be bringing some hats, some stickers, some shirts, all kinds of stuff, man.
It's not fair, man. I can't be listening to you and working at the same time, bro. I want my hat, bro.
Hey, that's not my problem.
I got to just shout out and say, Team Reckless Super Speed, thanks, guys, for coming, man. I'm super stoked. Some of these guys I've never met, so dude, it's just a great time for everybody to come, just like a big no prep race to come in. So nice. We're coming in hot, man. We're coming in hot. GFRP better look out.
How
All
many?
right, love it.
Hey Brooks, how many Team Reckless are coming in? How many guys or girls?
So I know for sure just Super Speed. There's about 8. I know. I think
Wow.
our national president for Team Reckless, DJ, he's coming.
Yeah.
I've heard out of New Mexico, 10 guys are coming. I got 8
Nice.
Reckless Super Speed. I mean, it can be anywhere from 18 all the way up to 30. Just depends on who can actually make the trip. But I've heard word about 25 to 30 people are coming in from our team, from Reckless and
Nice.
Super Speed.
Awesome.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You know what? Oh, and this is going to be the last day that you see this setup, man. My new studio is almost done.
oh, excellent, man.
Yeah, you know what's funny is
Nice.
I'm gonna name I'm gonna name the studio. You know, I used to own when I started this craziness, man, years ago. The name of it, I used to call it Live from 855, and now it's NPRC TV. But I've never really had a sponsor for my studio, and I'm talking to a couple sponsors right now. It's no big deal, man. But MERC Brooks, I just want to say live from Super Speed Studios. It's
Hey, Mark, hey, dude, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
something fun, man. You know, like David Letterman does live or whatever, the Saturday Night Live.
Right, dude, that's brilliant. Real quick, guys, hotels, and I touched on this in another video. Hotels, man, if you Google Traders Village, Grand Prairie, Texas, Traders Village, Grand Prairie, Texas, there is a plethora of hotels around here, and I think that's why I never could really get one to officially be the official hotel. I'm going to continue to work on that. Maybe next year we'll have one, but man, if you just pick your price point, go to Google, and there's just so many of them. You know, even if you were going to rent an RV or something like that. Now, there are no hookups, no electricity, no dump opportunities. Well, there is a dump opportunity here, but it's across the parking lot. But there's no electric. So, yes, you will need, you know, electric for your RV. As far as your pits go, guys, I can't, you know, say guarantee you, but there's going to be plenty of people with power. And I'm sure at these big races on the no prep side, you know, people, you know, share and what have you. So we've never had a problem there.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, I'm ready, guys. I'm ready to go, man. I'm going to be coming, like I said, I'm going to be coming off another race the week before. So as soon as I get done with that race, I'm going to let my voice, I know me, I know how I am, and I'm going to go crazy, and I'm going to be fighting my voice for probably 4 or 5 days before your race. But we'll get it together, man. Thanks for inviting us. I appreciate it, MERC. It's good stuff.
Oh, absolutely. We appreciate you guys big time, and everyone, like I said, for coming out to the U.S. Super Nationals presented by Summit Racing Equipment, Arlington, Texas. Be here October 6th, 7th, and 8th.
6th, 7th, and 8th, man. I'm ready to go. If you guys haven't decided about coming to this race, and if you're thinking about it, just find Michael MERC on Facebook or Brooks. I mean, both these guys are very knowledgeable of what they have going on. You're going to see a well-run race. I can vouch for that. I've been to 2. So I'm looking forward to doing and bringing it to your guys' iPads, TVs, and all that good stuff, man. Ready to go.
All right.
Awesome.
That's it for me, man.
Excellent.
You guys see anything else? Brooks, you guys good?
No, sir. We're good, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think we're good. Appreciate the platform.
Are we good to announce what we've been talking about?
What?
Come on now.
Talking to me or?
Yeah, both of you for Mondays.
Oh man. All right, so Billy's pushing us. So back in the day, MERC did do a show for RCDRL.
Yeah.
I do have the background in film. I was a film student at Baylor. So
you guys
we're gonna talk
this.
About it.
Good.
Yeah.
You need to, dude. Because here's the deal. Especially if you come off a big race. It gives you something to talk about. You get to really, really, you know, because not everybody gets to watch the live shows, right? So coming in and doing your interviews and talking about what happened that weekend, dude, that right there makes it worth everything. That's my opinion. You know, to give those guys and girls their time in the spotlight. That's what I like to do, man.
Yes, sir. No, we
Yeah, I mean,
appreciate
I
the
honestly didn't know
feedback.
what he was talking about at first, but yeah, it's important. It really is. It really is important. It's just at the infant stage. Like, I don't think Brooks, you and I actually talked about it yet. However, dude, I love your recaps. I love
Thank you.
the way that you just put it out there, man.
Yep.
You have this mid energy where it's not over the top, it's not in the toilet, it's just right there. It keeps you glued. Where I could be a little bit over the top sometimes, but anyway,
Yeah,
but like there's Florida guys, there's like I've been wanting to pull AJ, Joey Polk, Archie into
yeah,
something, and there's not a
Yeah.
platform. So I love
Yeah.
this idea.
Yep.
AD wanted to even come on today.
You should have had him. I love
He's
that
like,
guy.
oh man,
yeah.
AD's amazing. I'm not saying it because he's my badass crew chief, but no, he's just a solid guy around the
Yeah.
course. But anyway, I think there's plenty of opportunity there to showcase our racers,
Yep.
and thank you, Billy, for allowing us to have that
Yep.
platform.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know.
good, bad, or ugly. I just lay out what's happened, what to expect, what I've gone through, and I think it's important, and that's why I put it out on all the no prep pages. It's just another race. We have them growing all around the country. I think the most fun for me, is talking a little crap, but at a certain level to have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
At this level, we're most of our guys, we're getting to the sponsorship level. Talking crap's fun. There are so many good manufacturers in this game, and the competition between us is what drives us as men. I need something. I tell my wife, if I didn't have this in my life, I have to have some kind of competition in my life, or I won't be driven to have a goal as a man. And it's so much fun for our local DFW group and everyone else. And man, it's just a blast. So I think that's a great idea, Billy, to bring
Yep.
Florida in, all these other places, do some
Yep.
interviews and talk about what's happened. So
We're growing, guys. Let's continue to grow. That's how I feel about the situation. I mean, let's just continue the journey, man, because it's getting ready to get bigger and
thank you.
bigger, fast and fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got a few things to say if you guys are done, and then I'm going to call it a night for myself because I got a big show tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
All
sir.
righty, thank you, Billy. Appreciate
Michael
it.
MERC and Brooks WALDROP from RCDRL, guys. Thank you guys for hopping on. Yeah, hey, I'll trump you.
Super speed, baby.
Look at this thing, dude. Hey, we tested all weekend with these, and I got to tell you, boys, I'm hooked,
That looks
man.
fun, man.
I am hooked, and I'm
That looks
announcing
mean.
my first national race tomorrow. I can't wait.
Congratulations on that,
Yeah.
Billy. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
I'm stoked, guys. You know what's crazy, guys? And I know we all got to go, but you know what's crazy is my little RCSDA group has gone from 1 to 400 and I think we're at 455 followers and likes in 4 weeks. And the amount of people that are hitting me up across the United States that want to put in dedicated RC sand drag tracks. Here's the deal. I've been talking to Gary Campbell, and Gary actually took it up on himself to see what it would cost to dig out a hole 132 feet at 5 inches deep and fill it with sand. To fill it with sand was only $450.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you can't,
Wow.
guys. But the kind of racing that we're doing, it's you got to go back and watch what we did this weekend. It's only on RCSDA, but Mike, MERC, and Brooks, I'm telling you guys, this is the next. I am going nutso with this, and the cool thing about it, guys, is the amount of people, the manufacturers that are making chassis.
Yeah.
5starhobbies.com. Super Aaron is doing his Super Sandblaster. I think it's superspeedrc.com. Gosh, don't hold me to that. Let me make sure I get that right. He's got a new website.
Correct.
Is that right? Superspeedrc.com.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm so stoked about that. Thanks for the help, Eli.
Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm out of here.
All right, brother.
See you tomorrow. Later. Awesome. That's it, man. Guys, tomorrow night I've got Cameron Neve on. I am dropping all my races tomorrow. I'm dropping all the NPRC TV race series tomorrow. I'm dropping the new RCSDA race series tomorrow. We're also talking Puerto Rico tomorrow. It's called the Clash in the Caribbean is what it's called. So, guys, join me tomorrow night on What's Up Wednesday at 4 o'clock Arizona time. We got a lot to talk about. I got my boy Cam Neve coming on. And between me and you, I've got some inside information on Cam that he doesn't even know. That's all I got to say, man. You guys have a great night. We'll see you.